Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm a dive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the CNC up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Inspiration Conversation, where we talk about how to start and grow a business. It's the Thrivetime Show on your drive time home. You see, many of you right now, you're in your vehicle. It's a Tuesday, and you're driving home, and you're going, yes, the political fatigue has set in. I am 100% aware of how I'm voting, how I'm not. I mean, I guess I'll sneak peek a little, secret little scandal that just came out about one of the candidates. But really, I am ready to be done with the politics because I kind of want to sneak just one more scandalous video. But the thing is, I know how I'm going to vote, and I'm looking for really some practical training. I'm looking for how to start or grow a business. I'm looking for that knowledge that practical stuff. And so we're talking today about the 5 principles for learning how to get your team to get things done. And as always, we're always here joined with a variety of awesome people. But today we have a co-host with the Mo-Ost, Miss Sharita Bent. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
And we have my wonderful wife, a.k.a. the Truth Cannon. The Truth Cannon.
My new name.
Miss Vanessa Clark. How are you, Bird?
Great, thank you.
Her real nickname is Bird, just so we're clear. Bird. Bird is the word. Okay, so we're talking about this first principle, which is it's going to be hard. And we were talking about how, one, you have to have a mystery shopper, because when you have a mystery shopper, you pay that person to come in and give you candid feedback about the products and services. You literally want to hire. You mean, I have to hire somebody who buys my products? Yes. Because when you do it, they will give you real feedback. And I'm going to tell you what, if you don't pay the person to give you real feedback, let's role play. Here's a situation. So, Sharita, Vanessa and I are going out to dinner with you and your husband.
Sure.
So he's not here, which makes it kind of a weird analogy. Yeah. But the other 3 of us, he's just silent. O'Neill is not talking.
Yeah, he's here.
So we go out to dinner, and the waitress walks up, and she goes, "How was the meal tonight?" And I go, "Oh, it was good. It was great. It was great." And she goes, "Really? That's great. I'm glad to hear it." And here's your check. So then I get out in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't do this. I'm sure you wouldn't, Thrivers. You would never do this. But I would say, "Oh my gosh, wasn't that food terrible?" Yeah. I mean, wasn't that food terrible? Vanessa, wasn't that terrible?
Oh my gosh.
It was bad. I mean, it was like, are you kidding me? That steak was like rubber. Oh no, And then Sharita's like, "Hey, maybe you should have told him if you weren't happy," because she's the honest person. But
yeah,
I'm like,
tell him.
"No, I'm not telling him. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to talk about it now."
Yeah.
And then you're not coming back either.
Here's checking out. I'm going to get on my cell phone because I'm a high quality human. I'm going to let people know.
Hotline bling.
I'm going to let them know I'm on my cell phone. I'm on my smartphone, which allows me to be dumb. But I'm on my smartphone and I'm on there. I'm going to write a bad Google review because they deserve to know.
Yeah.
The consumer needs to know. Now, meanwhile, the business owner is oblivious to the negative feedback until they check out their Google reviews, their Yelp reviews, their whatever reviews.
And they can't fix it because they don't know.
They don't know who it is. And it's, by the way, it's like Rodney47 at AOL.com. Does someone still use an AOL account? He does. Rodney47. And people are really bold when there's no accountability.
Sure.
When you can write a comment and no one knows who you are, oh, don't get me started. But you all of a sudden, you're going, "Hey, the waitress asked you directly."
Yeah.
She says, "Is everything all right?"
Yeah.
But you, not the listeners to this show.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you're listening to the other station, you're one of the kind of people that would definitely, but this station, we have the best listeners in the world. There's no way that you would do this, but other people would. And what happens is then you're out there talking bad about the business, but the waitress asked you directly, "Are you okay with the food?" And you go, "Oh, it's awesome. It's so good. Yeah, it is good." When they leave, you're going, "Are you kidding me? This service is terrible." Now, real talk though, as a human, I'm pretty real. So
yeah.
I took my son out to this steak business, which was 105th and Memorial. And it's okay to trash them now because they're out of business.
Yeah.
But I took my son in there, and they went out of business. And Vanessa, I don't know if you remember that, but I took Aubrey out to dinner.
Yeah.
And we go there, and we waited for like 10 minutes before we were greeted. Then the guy says, "I'm so sorry about the delay. Let me get you set up." We sit down at the table, and we wait for another like 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
Amazing.
So my son is, at the time, Aubrey, like, maybe 7, 6 years old. He's like, this is a bad place, Dad. This is a bad place. So the waiter goes, how's everything going? And my son's like, we've been here a long time.
Good job, Aubrey. Good
But
job.
the kids don't have a filter yet.
Yeah, good job, though. But he told the truth.
And also he knows, he's hyper aware of businesses just because of the family that our kids are raised in about, what is a good business, how you treat your employees, what is good service. So he's taking it all in.
We get into the car and Aubrey's like, Dad, I would never go back there. It is bad. And
Good
so
for him.
Grandma, so was like, so you guys had a little mandate. How was it? How was the mandate? How was it? And Aubrey was like, it was terrible. It was at 105th and Memorial. It was a steak place. It was on the right side of the road.
I love it.
And he's just bringing that truth. So all I'm saying is you want to hire a mystery shopper. The second is you want to do merit-based pay. Now, someone says, you mean paying people based on what they do and not what they said they're going to do? That sounds terrible. So examples, I'm going to give you a list of companies that do this. Quick Trip.
I love that gas station.
Do you think the folks, we'll call it the other companies, have you ever been to the bathroom, Vanessa, have you ever been to the bathroom at the other gas stations where you're like, I will risk a bladder infection.
Yeah, we just don't do it. The kids won't do it. I don't do it. We don't do it.
Same. I won't do it.
How about as a lady, when you go to Oklahoma City, do you get fearful that you might have to go to the bathroom?
Well, you mean like for the gas station?
Because they don't have QT.
Yeah, I'm just looking for Quick Trip, and then that's my goal.
See, Oklahoma City, there's women who are not using the restroom at all in Quick Trip. They're getting bladder infections. It's a quality of life.
Door to door.
But the thing is, do you think the other gas stations are saying our goal is to have dirty restrooms? No, their owner wants to have good restrooms, but they don't. Why? Because they pay their people whether they do a good job or not. But at Quick Trip, they have merit-based pay. They have mystery shoppers, meaning they pay their people based on results. So a mystery shopper comes in. If the survey says good news, hey, you did a good job, they get a bonus. If not, they don't. That's how it works. The third is relentless follow-up. Shrita, you manage people in my office, in our office.
Yes.
Why do you have to follow up with some people 7 times?
Well,
7 times about the same thing.
Yeah, 7 times, 70 times. Sometimes you have to do it. It's just making sure that it's done. Sometimes people say, oh, yes, I'll do it. Or they even say, I did it.
How about search engine? You manage search engine projects.
Yes.
Out of 10 people, I would say that 10 statements were made this month. I did it. How many times was it actually done when you verify that, when you follow up, when you check?
1, maybe 2.
And then I know sometimes it's done, but it's not correct.
It's not
because you'll
correct.
have to go in there and you're saying,
Right.
I'm making these corrections, or I need to give it to someone else to correct.
Which
So-
doesn't count. That means it wasn't done. So I'm like 1, maybe 2.
If
actually did it.
you read the book written by Mr. Marriott, okay, he's talking about it's called something Serve, The Power to Serve. I think it's the Marriott book, the Power to Serve, the Marriott hotels. He says in there, don't hear, go see. So right now, someone needs to hear that, write that down. You need to, don't hear, go see. You need to follow up. Follow up and be truthful. Now, principle number 2, homies, homies from Oklahoma. You see what we did there, Chup? I took that Oklahomies group that you were telling me about. I've woven it into the show. You're making an impact there. It's principle number 2. Understand that your ability to effectively execute your daily operations is critical to your success. Now, you might be super motivated. You might be saying,
what I want to do is make a transformative restaurant that's going to totally change the game because I walked on coals at the Tony Robbins seminar and I'm ready to have a transformative breakthrough. A transformative breakthrough. Everybody, transformative breakthrough. I'm ready to do it. But then at the end of the day, you have to actually execute because
Tony Robbins is gone. You're now back away from the 4-day exclusive resort.
Love it too much.
And now
Love
you're
it.
back in your office and you get paid based on what you do, homie, not based on what you want to do. So we're going to teach you when you come back how to actually execute effectively. Effectively execute? You meaning actually getting stuff done? Yeah, that's what we're talking about on the Thrivetime Show. All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the conversation. You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on your drive time home. And yes, we are talking about the subjects that you want to know more about. You see, many of you have emailed in, you've asked us questions, you've said, how do I actually get my team to get things done? I own a bakery, I own a photography business, I'm a roofer, I own a fabrication company. I can't get the team. I mean, I can sell well, I can sell things. I have a thing that I make that people want, but I just can't get the team to get the stuff done. And so we're teaching you the 5 principles on this abbreviated Tuesday show. And some of you are saying, how are you qualified to teach us? Well, Dr. Z and I, between Dr. Zellner, he's out today expanding his vast entrepreneurial empire. But between he and I, we own many businesses. If you go to the Elephant in the Room in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's one of our businesses. It's a men's grooming lounge. If you go to the optometry clinic, that's a business. It's Dr. Zellner and Associates. If you go to the auto auction, Z's going to sell about 1,000 cars every Friday. If you go to Epic Photography, it's the largest wedding photography business. If you go, the point is we have a lot of things we're involved in. And the thing is, we want to teach you specifically, not the theory of how we do it, but specifically how we do it. So principle 1 is it's going to be hard. We talked about that. Principle number 2 is understand that your ability to effectively execute your daily operations is critical to your success. And Miss Sharita Bent, our co-host with the most, go ahead and give us a notable quotable, my friend.
Yeah, this is from Guy Kawasaki, and he says, ideas are easy. Implementation is hard.
Can you sell us on who Guy Kawasaki is real quick?
Sure. He is a marketing specialist. He's an author. He's involved in the Silicon Venture Capitalist Group. He was one of the Apple employees who was responsible for marketing that Mac, that whole computer line. And he wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right?
Well, this is that would be Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Oh, I was so close. So
Kiyosaki,
close.
very close. But here's the thing.
Sorry, Robert.
No, it's okay. I'll say this, though. I will say this because Guy Kawasaki, the Apple computer was a great computer, but he had to be marketed, and he helped launch that innovative marketing plan. But what he's talking about here is he's saying ideas are easy. It's easy to have the idea to make this great computer that everyone can use, but to get your team accountable, so much of it is emotional. And so you have got to get your team to be able to get it done. Now, Steve Case, that's the guy who started AOL. Give us one more notable quotable here from Steve Case.
Okay, Steve says, in the end, a vision without the ability to execute it is probably a hallucination.
Okay, so Vanessa, you've been married to me for 15 years.
Yep.
My incredible wife of my life coach. She's here. You've seen me go from the dorm room to where we are today. You've seen me. So how hard has it been to hold people accountable? Maybe from your perspective, what is the biggest switch that I have made in the last 5 years where I can now hold people accountable? Maybe the first 5 years in business I couldn't.
I think a huge temptation for business owners, especially small business owners, is to get frustrated with the people not performing as they should and stepping in and doing it themselves.
Oh, I've never done that.
And you can quickly become a slave to it, and then you can't scale or grow your business. And it's the harder thing to do, I think, to find the right people who will do it and to stay on them, to keep turnover happening until you can get the right person trained the right way. Keep turnover happening?
Wait a second. You said keep it happening? You've seen me keep it happening?
Oh, I've seen you embrace it. And you know what? It changes the business. So you can't just grasp onto someone and think they're going to take you from A all the way to Z. You're going to have a whole other team by the time you reach your goal.
Now, this is huge because if you read, let's say, the story of Apple, there's a book called Steve Jobs written by Walter Isaacson. It's a great book. If you read Life and Death by Russell Simmons, it's a great book. And what you're going to discover is that nobody, and I repeat, nobody. Can love you like me. How does it go? How's the chorus?
All I remember is nobody. That's all I remember.
Nobody, baby.
Yes.
The band keeps playing on.
Yes.
Oh, whoa, on and on. Whoa.
That's it.
That's it. Anyway, the thing is that nobody is going to be with you from the beginning until the end unless they're married to you or they are loyal.
True.
And check it out. Loyalty, that's all I look for. So let me give you an example. Somebody says, hey, Jesus, you're awesome. Jesus, you're the man. We love you, Jesus. We love you, Jesus. You're the man. No sooner than Jesus, he says, homies, check it out. I'm going to leave you soon. I'm going to be dying. We'll have a Last Supper. Some of you don't believe the story, but work with me. He says, we're going to have this Last Supper. He talks to him. He says, here's what's going to happen. He disappears. All of a sudden, he dies on the cross. No sooner than he's out of the picture, these homies are like, I never knew him. Never knew him at all. I've heard of him.
Who is he?
Well, who is he again? Right, the guy you're with all the time, Jesus. Like, how do you say that? Jesus? I mean, Jesus? No, I don't know him.
And isn't that all of us? I mean, so like you said, loyalty is such a huge thing, and to look for that, it's better than skill.
So here's the deal. I'm saying to you, I'm sort of that ride or die guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll stay with you. I'm a loyal human. So I don't buy into a lot of people, but Dr. Zellner, I buy into Dr. Zellner. He knew me before I was successful. He's chosen to invest his time in me, his energy. Is he perfect? No. Is he?
Who is?
You know,
He's human.
here's the deal.
We're all human.
He is a great guy.
Yep.
You know what? Some people go, I heard that he's difficult. He actually fired my friend. And I know what kind of people he fires. And I go, well, your friend was probably not a good worker. And I say it every time. I could just hear what they say and just go, your friend's probably not a good worker.
Yeah. Keeping it real, just telling the truth.
But the thing is that if you're a great owner, if you have a big business, what you have to do is you have to hold people accountable if you have a great business. If you don't have a great business, you don't have to hold people accountable. So check it out. If you're a successful entrepreneur, you're probably not going to fire. We have apparently like the law enforcement community circling the studio here. But if you're a great employer, you're not going to fire your top people. You're going to hold on to your top people. But you know what you're going to do with bottom feeders? You're going to fire them because they're freaking carp. When we come back, we're going to teach you principle number 4 and 5. 3, 4, and 5. Coming back. Welcome back to your inspiration station. This is your mobile dojo of mojo. Some of you work at a job where the office is kind of a little bit rough. You know, you're owning a business and you're going, what's going on? I started it and now like the employees are telling me what to do. Like they own the business. It's like they set their own hours. They tell me what they want to do and there's more of them than me. Holy, what happened? I wanted to be self-employed. Now I work for a bunch of terrorists. And if that's you, this show is for you because we're talking to you today about the 5 principles for learning how to get your team to get things done. We're moving on to principle number 3. You must wear multiple hats until the revenue saves you. Revenue saves you. Shrita, can you read the notable quotable here?
I can. This is from Paul Graham, and it says, it is hard to do a really good job on anything you don't think about in the shower.
Now, who's Paul Graham? Paul Graham is the co-founder of Y Combinator. What's Y Combinator? I don't even know what that is. He's the guy who started Dropbox. I've heard of that. Is that like a box company? No, it's Dropbox. It's a digital file storage company. There's also Reddit. Maybe you heard of that. Maybe Airbnb. Maybe so the thing is, big billion-dollar companies. It's really hard to do a really good job on anything that you don't think about in the shower. This is why I, as a founder, am uniquely annoyed by almost everyone. Because I know what needs to be done and just get out of my way with your committees and I don't know, do I get tomorrow off? I just want to get it done. And I get it that you don't have the same passion because you don't own the business, and it wouldn't be sane for you to want to work 7 days a week if you don't own it or have an upside. So it's unreasonable for you to want to work 8 days a week, 7 days a week if you don't own it or have an upside. And if I want you to be more invested, then I've got to give you some kind of upside or some kind of vision where you can buy into an upside that'll be better. But so as a founder right now, if you have people that are like, do I get to leave right at 5 or 4:58? It's because they don't own it and you're not giving them any kind of upside. If you want them to be more engaged, you have to give them some upside. And some people say, I don't want to give them any upside because I'm the one putting in all the money. Well, here we are. We're entrepreneurship, okay? So you must wear multiple hats. So what you do is you wear multiple hats. You're doing the accounting, you're doing the sales, you're doing the marketing, you're doing hiring, firing. But here's the deal. I'm going to give you the 3 action steps, going fast on this abbreviated show. Point number 1, document what works. If it works, write it down. Apparently, Moses was told, hey, write it on the tablet. He's going, can I just remember what you said? God? No, write it on the tablet. God, you have a very deep voice. Write it on the tablet. You want to write it down, right? If you want to remember it, write it down. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, why isn't the Constitution an oral document? Because there's a lot of detail in it. Write it down. Point number 2, build checklists. I don't like doing checklists. Checklists are beneath me. I'm the man. I know everything. Oh, really? Well, you're going to be working all the time at a job that nobody else wants called self-employment. And if you have a self-employed job, it's called just over broke. You work all the time. You don't make any money. Not good. Okay, so the point number 3, delegate the repeatable tasks. Once it is repeatable, Delegate it. Why? Because you need to move on to making the next repeatable task. I repeat, document what works, build the checklist as you go. 3, delegate repeatable tasks once you've developed systems. Principle number 4, Miss Shrita, can you read the notable quotable?
I can. This is by Warren Buffett, and he says, I try to buy stock in businesses that are so wonderful that an idiot can run them because sooner or later one will.
Well, I think that would be something that I could run then because I'm an idiot and I would love to.
Check it out. That's what a franchise is.
Right.
It's so repeatable that...
So what you're saying is I buy the Golden Arches, and then what I do is if someone wants to get hamburgers, I just hit the email and you'll send them to me, and they're all the right weight and size and the uniforms, and I don't have to think about anything. This is great.
That's what, but the thing is, it's not dumb. It doesn't make you an idiot because you want to buy a system that's simple. It's called you're awesome.
Yeah, you're
because
wise.
you understand you're wise. You want to go, hey, somebody already ran through the minefield.
I would actually prefer to run through the minefield and discover where all the mines are so that I know myself. It's easier for me to have run through the mines. I would rather...
Well, then you're a sick freak like me who starts your own businesses.
Yeah.
That's not healthy. You can learn from mentors or mistakes. But principle number 4, you must simplify to grow. Somebody needs to write this down, okay? Once you nail it, you want to scale it. But check it out. Complexity does not scale.
I don't really know what you're saying.
Complexity does not scale.
I don't know.
The thing is, you can't have things that are very complicated. You can't, that's why I dislike formal education, because it's like, what we're going to do is we want you to memorize the periodic table and memorize all these facts that you'll never learn again, and that's the key to success. It's like a game of memory, because you have a great memory, because you're good at memory, you get a degree. Dumbski.
Well, here's the thing. When you're going through these, I want people to remember that we told them in Principle 1 that it's going to be hard because all these things you're describing.
I want it to be easy, though. I want it to be easy. Is there any way you could wake me up, Miss Sharita?
No.
Could you call me and remind me when I need to do my work?
But when it is simple, when you get it to that point, that is when you can effectively delegate.
Right.
A lot of times we try to delegate in the beginning, and it's too complex, it's too hard, and then you're overwhelmed that they can't get it, so you jump back in.
I can't find good people, though, to work as a contractor. It's impossible to find good cake makers. Nobody can make a cake like me. Well, the way I make cakes is amazing.
Well, I've heard Clay say this. He's taught our whole team this with coaching and mentoring, is that there's no business that's going to be so specialized that it cannot follow the proven systems and steps, right?
Yeah, everyone seems to think that they're the exception.
They're
the
not.
exception. You just don't know my business. You don't know my business.
You don't know that I'm a surgeon, and what I do is...
So check out Dr. Zellner. He's a doctor, right? He's an optometrist. Check it out. He makes copious amounts of cash while he's not working. Go in there and try to see him see a patient. Just go in there, wait all day, see if he sees a patient. If you do, call me, I'll give you a free high five, because it's not going to happen. Now, principle number 5, details are the difference maker. I don't care how great your product or service is, no business will survive and flourish without having a detailed and organized operational backbone. Now, check it out. This is something you got to understand. I'm trying to impart this to you, okay? You must have pig-headed diligence. Ms. Sharita, can you read this notable quotable from Chet Holmes, the former business partner of Charlie Munger?
Who's Charlie Munger?
Charlie Munger is the former business partner of Warren Buffett. Go ahead and read the notable quotable, please.
Okay, he says, the missing ingredient for nearly all of the 1,000 plus clients I have worked with directly to improve their businesses is pig-headed discipline and determination.
Stop. Vanessa, what time did I wake up this morning if you had to speculate?
I set your alarm, and you got up at 3.
3 a.m.? You mean 3 a.m.? I didn't know that you could actually do that. Is it healthy? But the thing is, you have to do it.
You just have to do it.
Check it out. If you know somebody who's served in the Army, perhaps you're listening right now, you've served in the military.
Thank you, by the way.
If you have, by the way, Thrive15.com is always free for you. You make a free country, so it's always free for you. Thrive15.com, the world's best business school, always free for the military. Were you waking up occasionally before 6 a.m.? Were they like, hey, everybody, is everybody in a good time? Because we're being attacked by the other guys. I just wanted to see, should we tell the Taliban to attack later when you're... Yeah, I would prefer if they would attack around 9:30 after I've had some eggs. I like to get my eggs in. Okay, well, I'll go tell them. That's great. I mean, no, life is not like that, homies.
Yeah.
You've got to get up. If you don't have time to work on your business, you got to wake up early. Okay? Check it out. You got to wake up early to work on your business. If you're working in your business all the time, then you won't ever have the time freedom and financial freedom that you want. You got to work on your business.
Or you're a slave to the business. If you can't work on it to get it where it needs to go, you're in it all the time.
And before you go ripping the people who made the pyramids, I think we all remember those people. I mean, there was... Okay, the thing is, you don't want to be a slave because you probably won't. It's hard to build that epic lifestyle if you're a slave to the pyramid making. Okay, so you want to be the top of the pyramid, right? You want to have some success. So Sharita, we have built an online school for people that want to know how to do this. They go, you had to go so fast. It was so fast today. I wanted it to be a slower show. We've built an online school for them. What's it called?
It's called Thrive15.com. And my favorite thing is that I remember when you were talking about building this, and you'll remember this too, Vanessa. He said, this is what I wish that I had when I was starting my businesses.
It is the world's best business school. Now, I'm going to tell you all the things that they're included, and then I'm also going to throw in some free steak knives tonight. No, I'm just kidding. I've got some free steak knives. Now, here we go. One, it includes interactive videos. How many videos? Thousands of videos? Yep. It includes downloadables, templates, best practice systems, exclusive access to the Ask Us Anything button. By the way, the mentors we have, who's teaching management? Oh, wise wizard, who is teaching management? Well, I'll tell you what, Lee Cockrell, who used to manage Walt Disney World Resorts, he is the one teaching management. Who's teaching your PR classes, huh? That's really great. You could name drop on that one, but who's teaching your PR classes? Bro, who's doing it? Bro, who's teaching? Michael Levine, the PR consultant for Nike. Never heard of it. The PR consultant for Pizza Hut. I've never been there. The point is, we've got the wizards teaching you what you need to know. You can learn from mentors or mistakes. It's up to you. Thrive15.com, the world's best business school, is there for you. Now, tomorrow, usually after Tuesday, you have Wednesday. It's hump day, typically, in a typical calendar.
Yeah.
And so tomorrow's hump day, and we're going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to be teaching you 6 principles for successful public speaking. 6 principles for successful public speaking coming up tomorrow.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah, so here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months, or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Morrow. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Crockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country, where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk, kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant, and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company or, navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. As you can see, it's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
Whoa!
The Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshops because we teach you what you need to know to grow.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, but I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
And now you may be thinking, what does it actually cost to attend an in-person 2-day interactive Thrivetime Show business workshop? Well, good news. The tickets are $250 or whatever price that you can afford. What? Yes, they're $250 or whatever price you can afford. I grew up without money, and I know what it's like to live without money. So if you're out there today and you want to attend our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop, all you got to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com to request those tickets. And if you can't afford $250, we have scholarship pricing available to make it affordable for you.